Alright, so for another round of 16 game here, Geo versus Crazy Bus. I already favor Geo here, of course, because he plays the best color in the game, the green. Starting with the Huns here. So right on the sheep. Actually, with the Huns, since you start with only 100 food, because you never need to build houses, you could, before you get the sheep underneath the TC, you could take the stragglers and take a little bit of wood before starting collecting the food. It's not going to affect your start if you force drop a little bit of food later on. So Huns versus Khmer here, interesting. We'll see what Crazy Bus comes up with here. One of my go-to plays with Khmer recently has been the 15 Pop Scouts because of the extra food found on rhinoceros or elephants. Which essentially means you could collect only food and only food with Khmer until you click up to the fuel age. Then you drop a house and task some villagers to strangle trees. You can drop your stable and pump out scouts with your excess food. It will help a lot to push in deer, but it's actually not strictly necessary to get it started. Then, as you're in the feudal age, you task some villagers to strike the trees, build your mill, build your lumber camp, and play it normally. Although your eco upgrades will be delayed a little bit. If you have minimal idle time with that kind of Khmer play, you could still do a lot of damage with your outnumbering any player with scouts or whatever army they are fielding. That is not the Crazy Bus's play here though. 3 villagers going to wood now. Could be a more standard scouts build here or something completely different. So as for Geo, it's the Huns. So because of the 100 less food at the start for Huns, it's not really an option to go for a pre-milled rush. You'll have to collect a lot of wood to get the barracks up in the pre-milled rush timing. You could still do a rush after the mill, because after a while, the fact that you don't need to build houses kind of catches up for the Huns, and you'll be able to get the barracks up. But the more common play with the Huns is to open the scouts, I think, because that will benefit both your options in the castle age, being the cheaper, 20% cheaper cavalry archers, or the 20% faster working stables. And the fact that you have 20% faster working stables as the Huns also means that scouts are a favorable option to go for in the feudal age. One more woodland for Geo here, so there's better wall ability, I'd say, than on Crazy Bus's side, but wait, there's 4 actually for both of them. Pretty extensive walls being needed here, but if you want to go greedy, that's certainly an option. You could actually opt for some early palisade walls here if you're Crazy Bus and just try to pull off a crazy fast castle Khmer style play as well, like 23 pop fast castle or something. Crazy Bus is on the move with scouting here. Fun thing with these carpets, they kind of reveal the TC before you are able to run into it. So if you're on point and see the carpet, you want to shy away ASAP. So TC location, that's a little detail there. Like the Nomad treaty, it's kind of an unfair way to reveal the enemy location without having to get right into the TC. They're both scouting each other. This should be a little bit more even matchup than the previous one, but still quite the gap. Okay, that's the wrong geo, but let's check Crazy Bus. Yeah, 1499. I believe geo is lower. Barracks going up for the Khmer player. Gold being collected. Is this men-at-arms with Khmer? Could also be gold just for an early bloodlines, but you wouldn't have 2 on gold if that were the case. That is a peculiar Khmer opening, I have to say, if that's what's happening here. 21 pop. But the barracks is going to come in handy to defend against Huns, of course. So it could be just a defensive precaution as well for Crazy Bus here. Geo now scouting Crazy Bus side. We'll see the barracks completed. We'll be looking for the flag, probably. We'll also know that... Oh, hit the weak palisade, could break through. No. Looking at the timings, no flag should be an indication for Geo that this is the men-at-arms from the Khmer. The reaction will be small walls at home. Huns can't house wall, they don't have houses. So they need to go creative with barracks founding part of the wall here, and then the small palisades as well. Should keep the woodland safe from the men-at-arms. But once the archers follow up enters for the Khmer, that's going to be more of a pickle for Geo to handle. So here comes the stable for the Huns player. The militia are 5 seconds away from the Feudal Age, and also then the Men-at-Arms upgrade here should be on the way. Wait, 2 militia? What happened to the third one? Scout killed it! Nice pick off from Geo there. Having a Feudal Age scout certainly helped in the efforts. They have higher attack outputs, and now Crazy Bus won't be going Men-at-Arms at all because of one of the units already lost. Geo, however, fights here with villagers against the what could have become men-at-arms. Succeeds in killing them, tries to block the aggression here, but that's 3 villagers down. Great micro from Crazy Bus forward here as well. Good value from the militia after all. Now that house is have less armor, maybe house walling isn't the best thing. Yes and no, it still keeps the aggression out because of the fact that it's a 2x2 tile building rather than the palisades. Well, it's not as good as it used to be for sure, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing because it's just too easy to get away from the aggression through building foundations walling in this game. It's good that they are addressing that, so aggression is more of an option. Or you can do like Tech Chariot and Stone Wall everywhere, of course. Which obviously keeps aggression out until you can get siege weapons out on the field as well. So it is honestly a great defensive play. I prefer the aggression. I want it as open as possible to be forced into making actual army to defend and not just buildings and building foundations and walls. Cheeky use of the Khmer bonus there, hopping into the houses, which will decrease the worker efficiency rapidly and cause the villagers to go idle, but idle villager better than dead villager. The range follow-up is on point here. No fletching in yet for Crazy Bus. It's a bit low on food to afford that. Take his live, but I think his channel is RIP. It's just page saying due to philosophy differences is moving to YouTube. Oh, really? Well, he's not doing it for the money, I know, because he refuses to accept subs on his channel. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm in his Discord as well, so I see that stuff is going on. Yeah, I mean, Twitch want to make money and he doesn't. He doesn't care about the money, obviously Twitch does, so if he refuses to take subs, then Twitch won't make any money from the subs. They take half the share of affiliates. No, but I think he has affiliate status, actually, because you can sub to Tech's channel. It's just that he doesn't want them. He says he bans anyone subbing to his channel. KD 8-6 now, but Archer Spear combo, that is discouraging news for Geo with the pure scouts here. Scouts with upgrades could maybe deal with the situation here, but yeah, dancing around, delaying the aggression as much as possible here. However, Geo, yeah, going for these skirmishers, good defensive approach, albeit delaying the Castle Age transition, but that's the case for both of them, making double unit combinations here, and Geo so far hasn't been collecting any gold, which could result in a quicker and smoother cast late transition. If Geo's micro is on point now, we'll try to focus the spearmen first, so the scouts can help in take out the archers. But Crazy Bus also pulls back to the hill here to get extra heal advantage. Has to pull away though. Good micro for both players here, and Geo chooses to chase for well. Scout Skirm, underrated combo. You do need fetching and preferably defense on the skirms for maximum efficiency against these combinations though, but still good. Getting some HP off the spearman here. KD 10-7 for Geo, so Geo better KD stats here. Idle TCs seem comparable as well. Neither player has wheelbarrow. And now it's Geo's turn to be on the offensive. Could idle this woodland a little bit, but it's also dangerous to move close to Crazy Bus's home base where units will pop out consistently. So still no upgrades on the scouts in this what could be labeled an extended feudal age fight here. This is the first bad fight of Geo, I would say, losing quite a bit of units here. But then again, leading Crazy Bus's armies back to home base and keeping the aggression away from Geo's home base allows for the economy and the eventual transition to the cast age to happen more smoothly. Crazy Bus all the way up. Does have the 2 buildings, but doesn't strictly need the 2 buildings to get to Castle Age here as Conqueror. They don't need any buildings. Double stable for the WEP, while the Huns player seems to be wanting to go for the Cavalry Archers, because here comes the range. But Crazy Bus back forward. This army is expendable at this point. It's getting Bloodlines, it's going to follow up with Knights, and Geo will be dependent upon significant Cavalry Archer numbers in Castle Age to contest the Khmer Knights. But the issue here is Geo isn't up, and the clock is really ticking for the transition now. Crazy Bus will be Castle Age with a very nice economy moving on here, and will have no problem whatsoever getting upgrades for the Knights and pumping out of 2 stables at home for now. So Castle Age is in. Could actually consider crossbow here, crossbow bodkin, but I doubt that's going to be the case. It's going to be full on knights instead, and just allow the skirmishers to react here. That Geo really needs to get up here, getting close, missing a little bit of food here to go up. We'll use the armies to defend at home, and Bloodlines is in, but no attack or defense, so that's another giveaway for Crazy Bus that Geo will be going for the Cav Archers if Crazy Bus didn't already scout the double ranges. Actually didn't. Third range for Geo. Huns, Cavalry Archers cost 20% less, and Geo must have not been able to scout the cavalry follow-up from Crazy Bus here, because Geo keeps making skirmishers, which is not the correct move at this point. The Knights of Crazy Bus will just slay any skirmishers here, the scouts as well. They will basically obliterate any army that Geo currently has on the field, and this could be very bad for the green player. Six eco kills for Crazy Bus now, establishing a solid villagers lead here, 39-43 currently, but Geo needs to get to the castle age as well. In the meantime, Crazy Bus with consistent town center production will capitalize on the villager lead he already has, and that's the GG. GG, Geo, well fought, but Crazy Bus takes the first win. Let's have a look at the stats. So economy is just slightly better for the Khmer here. Cavalry archers, I'm not hating that approach, but the cancellation needs to be quicker and smoother to start massing up the numbers. No cancellation reach for Geo at all. The starting scouts did alright, but Crazy Bus got more value than desired for Geo with what was supposed to become Men at Arms, I presume, but never really did. 2 wielders difference in the max, but Crazy Bus did get some kills in there, and that's it for that one. Let's find game 2. Still in Arabia, and now we're with Vikings versus Lithuanians. So Vikings for Crazy Bus, probably wanting to play Men at Arms into archers again here, as was the case in the previous game with Khmer. While Geo with the Lithuanians could go for the GC Lithuanians instant rush strat, but that's not quite, not happening yet. Ah, hello. What Kanga in the chat? AKA Crazy Bus, I think. This was a fun one. Okay, Lithuanians Vikings. So Lithuanians start with plus 150 food. Makes any opening a rather smooth one, whether it's a rush, instant rush even, or men at arms, or scouts, or even straight archers, where the food bonus will come in handy as well. Is that going to be a house, maybe? Or is it a lumber camp? I'm not loving the first lumber camp being forward like this. It's really exposed when you have a woodline in the back and to the sides as well. But maybe it's the hill situation. Want it to be on that terrain for Geo here. Anyway, Lithuanians. Geo opened scouts the previous game. Seems to enjoy that kind of play. Might be playing the scouts again here. While Crazy Bus with the Vikings get infantry with 20% more hit points. Which for me is it's really strong these days to have men at arms with plus 20 hit points, especially if you like to do more than 3 men at arms like I usually do. Which civ is better early and which is better late? In the very late game, Lithuanians have access to bombard cannons, Vikings don't. So that could be a game changer against Vikings army masses, and of course we have the Cavalier Paladin of the Lithuanians against the Vikings archer mass as well. But Vikings have that unique upgrade against cavalry for their infantry, so Vikings, pikes, and even more so the elite berserkers do very well against Lithuanians paladins, no matter the relics. So it's but a lot of civs are ahead of Vikings in the very late game, and I think that could be the case for Lithuanians as well, just because of that. They're faster trash as well. The Wing and Hussar, you could raid Vikings to death. Vikings seriously lack mobility for the late game raids because of not having bloodlines or husbandry. Tower shields for Lithuanians, yeah, indeed. So there's lots of things Lithuanians have going for them. Geo took some hits from TC there, and Crazy Bus now spots the scout. Will probably get the kill here, which will directly nerf any scouts opening on Geo here, losing the starting scout. Bit of an awkward pathing there as well, not ideal. We'll try to pull it back home, but as you pass through the hills and switch sides here, Crazy Bus will be able to catch up. This could be one dead scout for Geo. Who hasn't really collected a lot of info here. Saw the mill, so it's not going to be the pre-milled rush from the Vikings here. And that's good to know. Now just a few more hits and this scout is down. And I think Crazy Bus will be paying enough attention here to not run into TC Fire and confirm that this is indeed Geo's location. This was a fun one, they say, and we're looking forward to that. Loom just in, otherwise Crazy Bus might have been able to snag a villager live here, but the Loom is in and Crazy Bus just wastes a little bit of HP on the scout there. Does idle the food income a little bit, but that doesn't hurt Lithuanians at all at this point. No, it's not worth it to go for the builds, but I can never resist. Yeah, same for me. If I have a full HP scout and I see an exposed Loon villager, I'll still go for it. So Scout back on the move here is going to track the militia movement maybe. Crazy Bus now well on the way to the next age here. 21 villagers. It's the standard 22 pop men-at-arms here, which is going to be amazing with the Vikings instant wheelbarrow. And 22 safer than the more common 21 pop these days. Or 18 pop if you're Akkal, but I'm not sure if it should be recommended. And yeah, a couple of them. Where's the third one? Is he forward? No. Ah, there we go. Militia, aka Angry Housewives on the move. So Geo tracking, the militia now knows that the men-at-arms are coming. Could have gone for a range instead here. Just to hold off the men-at-arms, but scouts are fine as well, as long as you get enough numbers. If you get 4 scouts out, that should be enough to deal with 3 men-at-arms, but in the case of Vikings, they have more hit points, 54 hit points. So I'd say you'd need 5 or 6 scouts to comfortably deal with 3 Vikings men-at-arms, just because of that extra hit points difference. Just look here. Well, granted, one of the scouts are weak, but the army difference here, the HP difference is huge. Oh, and some downhill hits there from Crazy Bus as well. Uphill bonus for the men-at-arms here. That means that the palisades will go down quicker, even if they are feudal age palisades with 250 hit points. We're through the walls, and Geo will need to delete walls here to escape. Scouts join in. Okay, hill advantage for the scouts, not too bad. Could actually task the villagers to fight here as well, but it is uphill. Not by any means ideal here for Geo, who will be again be losing villagers to the early aggression. And what's that? That's honestly only 1 builder down for Geo there. That's amazing defense against these men-at-arms actually, with scouts from the top and builders from below. That was a surprising turnout there with the units. So scouts moving forward now. Creates a bus far from full walled here, means that the scouts could get some damage for Geo. Geo committing to more scouts. Now the range coming up for the follow-up of Crazy Bus. Arguably a little bit late as well for the men-at-arms archers follow-up. But 3 scouts on the move, spearman defense for the Vikings, spearmen as well. Tougher to focus down for the scouts because they have 54 hit points, not your generic. Is it 40? I think it's 40. 45 maybe. 45. 20% more than 45, that's 54. Yeah. So this is going to be annoying. A bit of a feudal age action here. How many spearmen? 3 spearmen total. Uphill advantage for the scouts here. Could get a villager. Geo commits, I think. No, dodges. But keeps all the scouts alive. Good scouts micro here from the green player. Now trying to hit the gold, but that's been small walled already. But this is an annoyance for sure for Crazy Bus, who admittedly has a better economy towards the castle age, not having invested into a lot of archers here. Just first archer now out. I think Crazy Bus is again going to be massively ahead to the castle age, so has the transitions down a bit better than the green player, the opponent here. It hurts forcing any player to make defensive spearmen though, but as long as the scout's investment is this high for Geo as well, it's going to be worthwhile. So focusing down the spears here, now left with 2 spearmen and another one in the queue for Crazy Bus. And finally, a villager for Geo as well. First villager blood of the game for Geo, 1-1. KD idle times comparable, but then there's the instant wheelbarrow of Crazy Bus directly benefiting the farms for faster gathering rate. Ooh, Pope. Another villager actually, 2 villagers down for Crazy Bus. Look at this farm economy. Is he going to go knights in the castle age? This is like knight farm economy. It's 21 farms for Crazy Bus, and it is up. It would be a display of power to go Vikings knights against Lithuanians and dominate the game, but he has the range, but there's only 1 archer, so that's basically a debate here to lead Geo into thinking that this is going to be mass archers, but that just might not be the case. And honestly, yes, Vikings cavalry, they lack lots of upgrades. They lack bloodlines and husbandry, but they have an amazing economy still. So if you're the Vikings and massively ahead to the cast stage like this, yes, you could go triple stables knights, because you have the economy to support the triple stables with the bonuses that apply to Vikings, especially handcart is one that really benefits your economy for a knight style play. Ooh, flashing the quick walls, are we? No, we're not. I can read your mind, yes. Or I can read the eco setup and know that I would... This is basically what I did all the time back on MSN Zone in 2002 when I played Arabia. I did fast castle... Well, I didn't do Men at Arms though. I did fast castle with Vikings into night spam, so... Always died to tower rushes and any kind of flush, by the way, but... Right, Scout's still annoying here. It's only 1 stable though. And Crazy Bus will not be able to drop a second stable just yet. The food gold economy is amazing, of course, for the Vikings here. But, yeah, I'm gonna need more than 1 stable producing. Geo actually well on the way to the cast stage as well. With Bloodlines and Scale Barding kicking in. 4 builders killed. Should be an eco lead for Geo, or marginally similar. But then there's the handcart versus no wheelbarrow, which yeah, affects villager movement speed and more importantly the farm food income. Great scouts aggression from Geo though, no doubt about it, and Geo is gonna wonder what the heck is going on here with the Vikings knights entering the Lithuanians base. It's a ballsy move because Lithuanians have faster moving trash as well, applying to spearmen and skirmishers. They have an easier time catching up with cavalry, and the Vikings cavalry probably the worst in the game. So, oh, found a hole. Thank you very much. Not going to fight knights with wielders, are we? But there are knights from Geo here in defense to hold off, and maybe Crazy Bus will need to rely on a different type of unit after all. I haven't seen any more rages though. It's only that 1 stable. Could drop another TC now to extend the economy maybe. And this is all just a fake play, but... Mayan cavalry is worst in the game. Yeah. Yeah, they are. They still get triple attack upgrades for their Solotl Warriors though. So they're not hopeless. It's a decent raiding unit if you can get to it somehow. But I'll admit they are also lacking husbandry like the Vikings. So Vikings Knights would kill Mayans Solotl Warriors probably. So what are we looking at here? 18 farms now. Crazy Bus is allowing them to deplete. Doesn't have Horse Collar for whatever reason. And the second TC is up. Now comes the crossbow switch. Okay, so Knights debate into crossbows for the Vikings here. Interesting. And I think the walls are... Nope, they're not complete actually. Geo did deny this with the scout earlier on, so definitely vulnerable to counter raids here for Crazy Buzz. One-on-one. Ooh, Viking Knight killing Mayans Knight. 3 kills for this one actually. 2 economy units and 1 knight. Enter the Lithuanians. No relics collected yet. I don't think Geo has a monastery either. He's mainly focusing on economy here. Focusing down the pikemen, but there are more of them here now for Crazy Bus. The crossbows, now 4 in number. A monastery as well to try and collect the relics ahead of the Lithuanians here. Best not to take any chances to allow the Lithuanians to get +1 attack per relic as they do. Crossbows pop out just in time to deal with the weekend scout, so now the hidden play has been revealed. Only 4 crossbows for now for Crazy Bus, who's getting on the creative side here. Don't think Squires is in for the Vikings player here. Just want to have a quick look. Squires, with Squires, the pikemen would have a little bit easier time catching up with the cavalry, but the scout 171 movement speed, the pikemen 1, so no chance for the pikes. So many hero snipes. Yeah, I did get a lot of stray villagers, and there are more weak ones to take. This one, heal advantage. Bam, bam. Value. Oh, and then they punish him. Third TC for the Vikings now. Look at the villager difference. Military numbers equal. Monk popping out, but that economy, that's going to work wonders for... Crazy Bus as the game progresses here. It's been losing villagers. Yes, the EQKD is actually even here, but Geo is only 1 TC, Crazy Bus is 3, and that's never a situation you want to find yourself in against the Vikings with their already amazing economy. Now all the eco upgrades are in as well, so Crazy Bus should be having a massive head start to the Imperial Age here. Would be cool to see some Berserkers actually, but I don't think Crazy Bus is going to get to that anytime soon. Both the stones are kind of forward and exposed, so that's a concern. Didn't scout any of the relics yet. There's a couple ones semi-close to home base, but I got 1 relic, so 1 relic scouted. Houses to keep the knights out, but will it be enough? The pikemen are here to deal with the aggression as well. 10 knights and counting now for Geo. But Geo still no monastery, still not contesting the relics. Now moving forward with whatever, and will try a siege push. It's not easy to spot these relics on the minimap, is it? When your point of view is like this. 1 relic, 1, 2, 3, last one close to enemy base. No attack whatsoever for Geo on the cavalry here. That's just too many pikes to handle this. And Crazy Bus may just be saving. I'm idling a bit for Imp here. If both of the buildings are in place. Monastery, University, yep. What? Geo is going for light cab. Why so many light cab? I guess the idea is to snipe any Crazy Bus monks moving around to try to get the relics, or if it's just for plain numbers. But I mean, it gives some extra line of sight for the army, I think. But they're not really that tanky unless you have Turks or Indians light cav. Then maybe we could consider having quite a few of them against enemy crossbows. But with pikemen in the mix, the light cav will just melt. Oh, we found an opening. And an exit, apparently. Alright, still the light cap from Geo here. Preparing for the late game Hussars, maybe. Still no relics. Do we have the monastery? Market going up now. Oh, always tilts me a bit to see Lithuanians not collecting the relics. It's even more relevant in Castle Age after they removed the last attack upgrade for Lithuanians. And the crap from Crazy Bus here, completely denying any exit for Geo's armies, and that's so many units lost here. That's a GG fight indeed. All of the military going down just like that. That's a dark place you should never enter if you're the cavalry units here. It's just one building foundation away from being completely trapped. But I think you saw the overshot and hoped to get in here and get to the gold. I'm not sure. But look at the difference now. It's 84 to 57 villagers. More military for Crazy Bus. Imperial Age just kicked in, and that could be GG because Arbalest is going to come in. You'll be outranging the Scorpions with Arbalest Bracer, and that Vikings economy is just a beautiful watch. No stone being mined for Crazy Bus here, but I think that's still just fine. That monk was singing even after he was dead. So that was fascinating. No ballistics in, no chemistry, but Bracer Arb is in, which means that the Scorpions aren't a threat anymore either, if you use the range and the distance that is. Fuel Edge Skirmishers hardly a threat either, they don't have any upgrades actually. So the Arbs should shred those. And Castle Age Knights against Arbalests, never quite gonna work out. So now we're going to stone. 91-59 here. Massive equal lead. Still no... Yeah, I'm not going to see Imperial Age anytime soon for Crazy Bus here. We'll need Cavalier or Paladin to deal with the increasing masses of Arbalest here. Now Crazy Bus moving out after mainly holding at home and moving for a while here. We'll find the stone maybe. We'll use the hill here, and if he gets real lucky, we'll find the relocation to gold over here. So he knows there's a gold here. But that's gonna be lucky if he runs right into that one, I think. So cavalry entering over here as well. Still no relics, still no monastery for Geo, which for me is concerning. No ballistics, so the villagers might still escape, but it's just too many arms here, I think. Still 1 TC for the Lithuanians as well. GG is called. Crazy Bus takes the 2-0. And an entertaining twist to the Vikings approach here. Massive eco difference, of course. And yeah, uptime's comparable. Lithuanians a bit later. Can't even see when Crazy Bus got horse color, but it was here. Somewhere here, yeah. 26-minute horse color. It's never too late to change your mind. Thanks for the cast, you're welcome. GG, and let's find the next one.